One of the things that we did this year near the end of our STEAM project is we had teachers share ideas that they had used with their classrooms, and we've been collecting those ideas in an idea bank. And the idea bank is a place where some people have shared lessons, some have shared ideas about assessment, and what makes it really great is the searchability. So, for instance, if I have some robots at my disposal in my school and I don't know really what I can do with them with my class, I could search, for instance, Dash for the Dash robots and see a number of ideas people have shared with the different grade levels and subject connections in mind. We could take a look at a particular grade um, or a division. So I might look at what people have shared that they've tried with the junior division and look for math connections and check out those ideas and see how I might adapt them for my students. If I remove the search criteria dash and just look at junior math, we've got tons of ideas. If I choose math and science together, we're looking at ways that we might um, embed that great math learning in a science context. Um, Other types of things we can search for, like you can search for equipment or curriculum connections. If we take a look at Lego, there's an example here we can take a look at. So I want to show this example because it's not something that's extremely formal, but it's a really great example of a way that teachers have um, shared an idea that might spark some inquiry in a different classroom. So the students were taking a look at different ways children get to school. The teachers have provided some information about that provocation, a picture of the success criteria that the students co-created, and some information on the benefits of designing and building with Lego in the classroom. But they produced this little video to show us what they had done in their classroom. So we've got some information here about the provocation that the students used to help inspire them with their design project, their success criteria, some information about the constraints that they had with their design um, that might help someone else who wanted to try this idea in their classroom think about what their constraints might be. And they do a really good job of documenting the process. So in addition to this being a nice example of an open activity with multiple potential curriculum connections, we also see that the students are working through the design process, they're iterating, they're celebrating their successes, and they're taking a look at designs that didn't work so well to see how they might improve upon them. And I like the intentional way that the teachers documented in this case. We can see the students at work designing and redesigning. We've got the literacy links with writing. We see that great collaboration going on in the classroom and lots of smiles on faces. And this is what we like to see when students are designing and building, that they're learning together and they're also enjoying that learning and they're celebrating. We really like having examples of documentation because that's something that we have a lot of teachers interested in learning more about. If we take a look back at the idea bank, I just wanted to again reinforce that it's searchable in multiple different ways. So if we take a look at curriculum connections, teachers have tagged their activities with big ideas from curriculum. So I can search something like forces or geometry, um, measurement. So there are going to be some areas of the curriculum where we have lots of different examples of lessons that teachers have shared. There will be others where we have fewer. So ecology, there you go. We don't have any matches for that at this time. We also have fewer secondary examples than elementary examples at this point. But I do want to point out that these are also cross-curricular. So optics here we've got grade 4, grade 10, um, links to grades in elementary and secondary because a lot of these activities are adaptable to multiple age levels for lots of different learners. So that's a peek at our idea bank. The one thing we talked about while we were creating it is an idea bank. It's not a perfection bank. We didn't ask teachers to create um, perfect pre-packaged lessons, but rather create something that would give other teachers a glimpse into their classroom, show them a little bit about what they had tried, and give them a way to connect with one another. So that if a teacher shared an activity that someone else is interested in, we have a little bit of a network that continues after the STEAM inquiries are finished so that people can connect, ask one another questions, thank one another for the wonderful things that they've shared, and get support from one another to get ideas to help them continue to grow in the areas of assessment, for instance, which is something that it's always nice to have someone else to talk to and get some feedback on. So, thank you for this opportunity to share about the Idea Bank. Um, we are happy that it's a nice product that's come out of our STEAM inquiries from the last couple of years, and we look forward to its continued growth in the years to come.